Um, in the 18th chapter, Krishna explains Sarvadharman Parityeja Mamekam Sharanam Raja. So, Mamekam, only take my shelter of me. But the surrender process has been missing in the Dwapara Yuga, and that has been completely fulfilled in the Chaitanya's advent in Kali Yuga. So there are reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Some of the reasons are like, established the Yuga Dharma, Kali Yuga, Yuga Dharma, and propagate the congregational chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Sankirtanaika Pitaro. He's the father of congregational chanting. And also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave access to the how to go back to Godhead with the different mellows. These mellows were not clear before advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in this chapter, if you look at the few shlokas before, there were the different mellows, how a person can have relationship with the God, right? Relationship with the God, that is called a love of Godhead, and how love of Godhead can be manifested in different ways. Okay, so Prabhupada writes here, if you look at here, right, increasing love is experienced in various states, one above the other, but the love which is the highest taste is a gradual succession of desires manifests itself in the form of conjugal love. So there are different four kinds of relationships one can have, right? Melosila, namely servitude, that is dasyaras, friendship, sakyaras, parental, that is that is how it is. Parental is like a loving relationship with the
Kalyaras. Was
Vatsalaras, and conjugal love is like a love in separation, I would say, not conjugal love, because conjugal love again can be divided into two parts, right? In the two parts, Prabhupada in the Madhya Lila, Bhakta Thakur explains how this conjugal love can be manifested in those two ways. But one is Swakiya, next one is Parakiya Bhav. So Swakiya is a relationship between married couple, wife and husband, loving between the husband and wife. But Parakiya is the loving affairs between two lovers. So this is called Vipralamba Bhav, love in separation, love in union. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur beautifully explains that love in separation is very, what you call relishable. Relishable. When the lover and lover are separated, their love multiplies thousands of times in the absence of other one thinking about. And that love is basically Parakiya Bhav, and how that love can be manifested in absence of the lover. So, if you get this time, read this one, chapter 23 in Madhya Lila. So, Parakiya Bhav, that is the loving affairs between two lovers. There are a number of descriptions in this connection. There is a description of 64 transcendental qualities of Krishna and 25 transcendental qualities of Srimati Radharani, how they express love. Okay? So, what we will do today, that out of these the different loves, each person thinks, person in the Vatsalya Bhav thinks his love is highest. In Parakya, in the love of the friendship, Sakya Bhav, he thinks he is the one. In the word of parental love, he thinks is the highest love. But as per the Shastra, it is explained that the the love, conjugal love, increased love, but if you compare sentimental and appearing going to be under conjugal sentiment is superior to all other sweetness, conjugal love. The love in separation is very highest one. Okay. So this is a great increase of mellow, and this is the more unbounded in the damsels of Raja. But among them, if it is the perfection of Srimati Radharani. Okay, and Krishna, the love expressed by Srimati Radharani to Krishna, it was mesmerizing that Krishna wanted to see when he sees the love of Srimati Radharani, she was looking at Krishna without a fraction of second. She cannot deviate from serving Krishna, looking at Krishna, association with Krishna. Hmm? And and one time she was looking at Krishna, then she was not able to even close the eyes for a fraction of second. And when she just when she closes a fraction of second, she was like cursing the Lord Brahma why he has created the eyelids so that she has to blink her eyes. So that is how she could not be supported. She could not stay without seeing Krishna fraction of the second. At that time, Krishna thinks, "What is great in me? Why she is so much attracted to me?" Okay, and he cannot feel the symptoms of a devotee. He is a beloved. So how a lover feels for the beloved, so that is the desire inculcates in Shiva Krishna himself. He says, okay, let me become a devotee to perceive that kind of happiness and service that a bhakta feels. And with that intention, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is advented in the form of the mood of Srimati Radharani, in the mood of learning to serve, to become a devotee. And also, that's one of the internal reasons why he manifested. And also, he wanted to show how the bhakti can be practiced as a sadhaka. Okay, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came, he showed how that could be. Bhakti has to be um, practiced. Okay. So, and if you go here, therefore, the Lord Gauranga, who is Hari himself, accepted sentiments of Radha and thus fulfilled his own desires. Krishna had a desire to become a devotee, right? So, how he has to fulfill that? He took the color of Srimati Radharani, golden complexion, and mood of Srimati Radharani. So, he took that and he came in the form of Chaitanya Prabhu. And this advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also described in the Srimad Bhagavatam also in the 11th canto, 5th chapter, how he comes, what color he comes, okay, and who will approach him. He says only intelligent people can approach him. In 11.5.31, this sloka, you all know that Krishna Varnantusha, Krishna means here. Prabhupada writes in the translation, the age of Kali, intelligent person perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna. Krishna, Tusha Krishna, to Asha Krishna. God who constantly the name of Krishna. All this complexion is not blackish, right? Akrishna. Krishna, Tusha Krishna. Sha Akrishna, without blackish. He is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. Hmm? We have so many his associates are there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas. One body Krishna divides into five angas. One is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And his immediate expansion, Balaram, becomes as a Nityananda Prabhu. And his incarnation comes as a Advaita Acharya. And the advent, the request of Advaita Acharya for the Supreme Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented. Then his internal potency, Lord Sri Krishna, internal potency of Lord Sri Krishna, Srimati Radharani, that manifested as a Gadadhar Pandit, and his devotee, Narada Muni. Servants, okay, you see in Chaitanya Leela, we have Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Rai, etc. And his weapons, the weapons in Kali Yuga are like Mrudal, Kartal, Mridanga, Kartal. These are the weapons. In Dwapara Yuga, he had a bow and arrow in Ramachandra form, and also is a Sudarshan Chakra form of Krishna. those were the instruments to punish the conditioned souls. But in this age of Kali, if that is the formula, then everybody has to be killed. So that's why he took the different weapons in Kali Yuga. Okay. Then there are confidential companions. We have his confidential companions, like, we have Haridas Thakur, hmm? Lord Brahma, etc. Everybody came to in this Kali Yuga to fulfill the avatar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and give the ultimate message to the people in Kali Yuga, Yuga avatar. Every Yuga has we have different avatars, Yuga avatars, hmm? And we have Lila avatars, Guna avatars, hmm? etc. Many, many avatars are there. So this is one of the Yuga avatars of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga to give the Yuga Dharma. Every Yuga has a Dharma, right? That Dharma has to be followed in that particular Yuga to make our way back to where we came from. Our is called back home, back to Godhead. That's only done when the Yuga Dharma is followed. In this Yuga, Dharma is the congregational chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra that was enunciated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why he's called Sankirtanaika Pitaro. He's the father of congregational chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this Mahamantra is so potent. We'll just go through the shlokas quickly, what Mahaprabhu is explaining here. Uh, so then we have seen that Srimati Radharani thus fulfilled his own desires. He came in the form of Srimati Radharani and he has a desire to see how Bhakta feels. The desire is fulfilled. In the 51, let's go to 51 shloka here. सुरेशानां दुर्गम गतिर अतिशयेनो मनीषादां मुनीनां सर्वस्वं प्रणाता पतालिनां मधुरिमा विनिर्यस्य प्रेमो निखिला पशो फलम्बुजदृशं स चैतन्य किं मे पुनरपि दृशोर् यस्यति पदम्. Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of the demigods. Yes, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Lord Sri Krishna himself. And he is the shelter of the demigods. If you take the body of Lord Sri Krishna, right, and we take from the legs, from the waist, from the chest, from the head, all the demigods are taking place in the body of Lord Sri Krishna. Hmm? And also different varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. Lord's legs are compared with the Shudras. His waist is compared with the Vaishyas, and his chest and upper portion of the body is compared with the Kshatriyas, and his head is compared with the Brahmanas. Same way, if you take all the three lokas also, you can compare with the body of Lord Sri Krishna, upper, middle, and planetary systems. The same way, all the demigods also resides in the body of Lord Sri Krishna. And we all, and end of all great sages, every sages, all the sages, he is the source of all the sages, the beautiful shelter of the devotees. Krishna is the final destination. Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramaka, Vasudeva Param Yoga, Vasudeva Param Brahma, Vasudeva Paragatihi. There is shloka in the first canto, second chapter explains. Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramaka, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Paragatihi. Is the shelter of all the devotees Vasudeva Krishna, who is none other than Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The essence of love of the lotus-eyed gopis, we all know that, right? How gopis love Krishna unconditionally, right? Unconditionally. When the on the Sharad Purnima night, when Lord Sri Krishna plays a flute, all the gopis, whatever action they are, whatever they're doing, they leave everything, they comes running towards Krishna on the night of Sharad Purnima to do rasa dance with Krishna. Okay, will he again be object of my vision? So this is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami putting the plea. I want this Lord to be my object of my vision. If this Lord becomes my vision, my life is successful. And Prabhupada in the Bhagavatam also confirms that Na utpadaye yadiratim shamayaiva hi kevalam. Any devotion service that doesn't lead us to bhakti, na utpadayed yadi ratim. Ratim means attraction for Krishna. Na utpadayed, which doesn't generate bhakti for Krishna, anything in this nature, sramaya hi kevalam. That is basically a donkey's work. Donkey's work. Donkey's work means that whatever we perform, it will bind us back. Yajnarthat karma no yatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Anything in this world binds us back to come to this back world again. Anything what we perform in our life which is not connected to Krishna, that will bring us back. Why? Because it acquires karmic reaction. The very reason we have this body is that because of karmas. When all the karmas are nullified, when karmas balance becomes zero, even this body doesn't exist. Then we'll be in the back to home, back to Godhead. The reason we have this body means because of karmas. So we have to nullify all the karmas, and that's how it should be taken into process of bhakti. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave is called Sankirtanaika Pitaro, the father of congregational chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That's why in the Kali Yuga, nothing saves us. Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama Iva Kevalam. Kevalam, just taking the name of Hari, Krishna, all the principal names of Krishna, Krishna, Vasudeva, Govinda, Madhusudana, Keshava, Madhava. These names have potencies manifested, especially in the Kali Yuga, by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He gave those names. Why? Because in the Kali Yuga, Krishna came in the form of Kalikala Nama Rupe, Krishna Avatar. In the Kali Yuga, he came in the form of Nama. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Means the name of Krishna is Chintamani, wish fulfilling desire tree for us in the name of Krishna. That Nama was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that Nama is not just given the Nama. Nama is filled with Nama, Guna, Rupa, Lila. Name, form, qualities, pastimes of Krishna in the Nama itself. By chanting the name of Krishna, we can experience all those symptoms. In the advanced stage of bhakti, there are Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivrutti, Asakti, Nishta, Bhava, Prema. You go to that level, you can see the name of Krishna manifesting, form of Krishna manifesting, gunas, leelas of Krishna manifesting. You can see your eyes in your room, and also you can participate in those pastimes in Goloka Vrindavan just by chanting the name of Krishna. That powerful name of Krishna. All the energies and Lila Sari, Namnamakari Bahuda Nijasarva Shakti. All the Shakti energies are put in his name. Tatrapita Nimita Smaranena Kala. Anywhere you can chant the name of Krishna. In the restroom also we can chant the name of Krishna. So, Namnamakari Sarvati, Tatravidhi Kala. Anywhere you can chant, the effect of the Nama is same everywhere, regardless of the place. And that is what will he be my object of my vision, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami explaining here. Okay. In the second shloka, here I'll just read the translations. The shlokas are a little tough for me to. Okay, we'll read the translation. Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarian mellows of the love one of his multitude of loving damsels, Sri Radha. And so he has assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya. He has tasted the love while hiding his own dark complexion with her effulgent yellow color. May that Lord Chaitanya confer upon his grace. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also called his good Chan avatar. It's a secret incarnation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never said, I am Krishna. And also he never gave that impression to people that I am a Krishna. Only 2 to 3 people he has shown his Nijaswarupa, Ramananda Rai. And if you go to Jagannath Puri, there is a Sarvama Bhattacharya house, walkable distance from Puri Jagannath temple. I went there, and if you see in the house, he showed to three Tribangi form like Lord Ramachandra, Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. On the wall, we have still that picture is there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a secret incarnation. He did not show to the people, oh, I am a Krishna, I am a supreme personality of Godhead. He has become as a devotee, Bhakta. So he behaved that way to hiding his feelings. But if you see that when Lord Chaitanya sometimes forgets that he is like Channavatar, he dances like anything. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went in front of Jagannath Puri first time, he fainted by seeing Jagannath because his symptoms, his ecstatic symptoms are so powerful that when you see Krishna, he attracts him so much. Okay, and he, whenever you see anybody, he runs like a madman because his devotional symptoms are so ecstatic that he cannot wait seeing Sri Radha Krishna pictures, etc. He attracts him so much. He becomes like ecstatic, and he has tasted the love while hiding his own dark complexion, as we have seen in the sloka, Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishnam. He hid his dark complexion, but he took the complexion of Srimati Radharani, yellow color. That's why it's called Gauranga. Gaura means the yellow incarnation of Lord Sri Krishna. So Krishna Kaviraj Goswami asking, may that Lord Chaitanya confer upon his grace. So one thing we should acquire in the form of human form of life, that is Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema. Um, that Krishna Prema is given by Chaitanya Mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you want to achieve the love of Godhead, there's a process to go through. First, we have to go through Guru, who is Nityananda Prabhu. He is the embodiment of Gurus. Balram. Through Balram, then we can go to Mahaprabhu. Okay, Mahaprabhu through Srimati Radharani. From Srimati Radharani, she recommends to Lord Sri Krishna. That's why Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they called like Radhe Radhe, right? Radha is our worship of object. We don't worry too much about Krishna because we are got up to Srimati Radharani, love of Srimati Radharani. She is the one who recommends to Krishna for the going back to Godhead. So our Gaudiya Sampradaya is primarily based upon love of Srimati Radharani and pleasing her Srimati Radharani. To please Srimati Radharani, we need the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combination of Radha and Krishna. Radha Krishna Anyanahi is not different from Radha and Krishna. So Krishna's Gaurava goes explaining that here that Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarian mellows of love and one of his multitude of loving the damsels of Vrindavan. All the gopis are called damsels. And out of that, Srimati Radharani is the highest love she expresses to Krishna. And so he has assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya. He has tasted that love while hiding his own dark complexion with her effulgent yellow color. He completely put his black color aside. He took the color of Srimati Radha in golden yellow and is asking um, his mercy. Here he tries right in a text 1, text 2, Pratama Sri Chaitanyasta Shakta 2, Dvitiya Sri Chaitanya Ashtaka 3 from the Savamala of Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada. These are some of the shlokas from this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu shlokas. And these two Goswamis of Vrindavan, Rupa Sanatan Goswamis are all six Goswamis of the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially the Rupa Sanatan Goswami was personally instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi for 2 weeks confidentially. Confidentially, he was um, taught by, given the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There is this place called Dashashwamedha Ghat in the Varanasi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given special instructions to Rupa Sanatana Goswamis. And we all know that Rupa Sanatana Goswami is so elevated in the Shad Goswamis, right? And sometimes they are so humble, so humble. Sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to feel that say, Rup Sanatan, can you please give up your humility? I cannot able to bear that. That means their humility is so limitless that Mahaprabhu used to melt his heart. Please don't behave that way. You are becoming too humble. So that shows that how Goswamis of Vrindavan, how humble they are, and how they attracted the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Because we all wanted to attract the mercy of Krishna, this, that, but the only qualification to attract Lord Sri Krishna is humility and humbleness. And Krishna doesn't need any of our properties, our bank balance, our bungalows, etc. Krishna seeks opulence 100%. He's Atmaram himself. He's just looking for our bhakti, our love for Krishna. How we can express the gratitude of that love to Krishna. Okay? That's why it's called the pure bhakti is anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavrutam anukula ena krishna anushilanam bhakti uttama. Bhakti is the highest. For bhakti, anyabhilashanam, I have no other interest except serving Krishna selflessly from bottom of my heart. That is what Krishna was looking for. Sri Rupa Sanatana Goswami is expressed very, very beautifully that humility, humbleness. They got the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He bestowed his mercy on them for 2 weeks in Varanasi. They came out of that the confidential pastime with Krishna. They were able to produce voluminous literatures, nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion, Sandagda Madhava, Vidigda Madhava, and Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, these the rules for Vaishnavas. I forgot that name of the book. Okay, so they produced a voluminous book literature after meeting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So once when we get the mercy of the Supreme Personality of God Himself, right? When He touches our head just with His hand, all the divine knowledge, all the Vedas, Upanishads, etc., will be manifested in our body without an unpad, a uneducated person becomes educated by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. That is what manifested to Rupa Sanatana Goswamis. So that humble, that's what these are some of the slokas from them. And the next sloka, Prabhupada writing, the translation says, to accept ecstatic love is the main reason he appeared and re-established the religious system of this age. I shall now explain that reason. Everyone please listen. So, to accept ecstatic love is the main reason he appeared and re-established the religious system for this age. As I said, the Yuga Dharma, Yuga Dharma. Every yuga has dharma, right? So, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, and Satya Yuga. So, based upon the time, place, circumstance, and the age, Krishna has given each Yuga Dharma. In case of Satya Yuga, the meditational practices are recommended to go back to Godhead. In the case of Treta Yuga, Lord Ramachandra, the elaborate yajnas would be performed to go back to Godhead. Coming to Dwapara Yuga, the elaborate deity worship has been performed to go back to Godhead. But coming to Kali Yuga is so fallen and we were fit for nothing in Kali Yuga. We always claim, I am a CEO, DEO, I'm a doctor, I'm an actor, but all those are useless in front of those relationships, okay? And most fallen Kali Yuga, the rishis in Naimisharanya, they have come to understanding that these people in Kali Yuga are going to be very, very short-lived and they have very poor memories. They cannot even live 100 years properly. So that what is the recommended process for the Kali Yuga? Then this Mahaprabhu appeared and he gave the message. Look at that. To accept ecstatic love is the main reason. He appeared. He gave the main love of Godhead, how to love the Godhead, how to achieve love of Godhead, and re-established the religious system, established Yuga Dharma. What is the religious system? Because if you go and ask people, every person has their own religion of practicing the bhakti. Even before
Listen,
coming
don't
to
mind. We have to go and eat now. You want to eat now? How much things you will carry
Mataji
away?
Shivani Mata, can you put on the mute? So, if you really want to appear, establish a religious system, then every person has their own way of worshipping. Even before coming to Prabhupada mission, we used to do a lot of, every person has their own way of worshipping. But there is a universal process. It's not that God has given many ways. He has given Devaki Putra Geetam. Hmm? Devaki Putra Geetam. Uh, to worship the Supreme Personality of God, Lord Sri Krishna. And Bhagavatam says, what is that? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Etacham Shaukalau Pumsha. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan. It is declared in Vedas and is declared by all the rishis, Devala, Asita, everybody declared Krishna is the Supreme. Hmm? And that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the uh, all the incarnations are within him, all the demigods are within him. We have seen the first shloka. That is the Supreme Lord Devaki Putra Geetam. We have to worship the Devaki Putra, Devaki Nandan, Lord Sri Krishna in this age of Kali. That is the system established, enunciated, and practiced and proven beyond our doubt by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this age of Kali. He himself came as a devotee, showed us how to practice, how to engage ourselves in the process of bhakti. And it's not that, I will do 2 hours, I do bhakti, next 3 hours, I do not do bhakti. No, it's not like that. Bhakti is Kirtaniya Sadahari. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Always 24 by 7, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Krishna himself said, and we may get doubt, where is that said in Bhagavad Gita? He said in a number of places, always remember me, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, always remember me. Okay, become my devotee, I will deliver you. So these are the promises Krishna made, and those promises were, as the promises remained in Bhagavad Gita, not many people practiced. But in Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he showed with the practice. We have theory and practicals. Theory was given, but the practicals has been performed in Kali Yuga by Lord himself to show how this bhakti has to be processed. And that's why he came. That's one of the main reasons, internal reasons why Lord appeared to propagate the Yuga Dharma in Kali Yuga, so that take the conditioned souls out of this ocean of birth, death, old age, and disease. That is the main advent of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation in Kali Yuga. Okay, next, if you go to text 54, here translation says, having first given hints about the verse describing the principal reason why the Lord appeared, now I shall manifest its full meaning. So we have seen given that why Mahaprabhu came, principal reason why Lord appeared. We know the principal reason Lord appeared is to propagate the Yuga Dharma. If somebody asks what is the reason for the advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to propagate the Yuga Dharma. There's a main cause he came. There are internal reasons, external reasons, whatever it is, but the main reason shall Lord appear to propagate the Yuga Dharma, to deliver the conditioned souls fallen in this material ocean of sorrows. Okay. Then you go to the 55 here. This is a beautiful shloka. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikti Radhini Shakti Rasmad. Okay, here Prabhupada writes in the translation, the loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now these two transcendental identities have gained again united in the form of Sri Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Okay, this text is from the Diary of Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami. It appears as the fifth of the first 14 verses of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, this Chaitanya Charitamrita is also collected from the different writings of Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Rai, etc., all the advanced devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here, Mahaprabhu beautifully explaining the loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. So, I just want to spend some time here. What does it mean that? So, Radha and Krishna, right? Who is Srimati Radharani? Srimati Radharani is internal potency of Lord Sri Krishna called Ladini Shakti. Krishna's internal potency is divided into three: Ladini, Sambit, and Samyog. Okay, we'll not go to the details. Ladini Shakti, internal potency of Lord Sri Krishna. Krishna was alone before. He wanted to have an object to worship him. He created Srimati Radharani immediately. So his love potency manifests as Srimati Radharani. So they're one actually. Bodily they are one, Radha and Krishna one. But Krishna manifests Srimati Radharani for his pleasure seeking potency. His happiness, Krishna's happiness manifests as Srimati Radharani. I just want to make it sure. The amount of happiness Krishna in the heart that manifested as Srimati Radharani, internal pleasure giving potency. How beautiful Srimati Radharani expresses how happy Krishna inside of his heart. Okay, okay, and also Radha and Krishna are one in their identity. There is no difference between Radha and Krishna. One body actually, two bodies, one mind actually together. That's why when we never worship Krishna alone anytime. Narayan with Lakshmi, Sita Ram, Radha Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan. We'll never separate. They're never separated. We never separate them. We know in Varalakshmi Vratam, we put just Varalakshmi and we put the puja. So that's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. We always put Lakshmi Narayan together. Radha Krishna, Lakshmi. When Lakshmi is there, Narayan has to be there. If Lakshmi alone is there, she becomes Chanchala Lakshmi. She looks, where is my husband? Where is my husband? She runs away towards her husband. Okay, when we're doing puja, Lakshmi puja, she won't be there. Chanchal. Where is my husband? Where is my husband? At the moment you put Krishna or Narayan, Vishnu next to her, she becomes happy. Oh, my husband is here. Now I can stay here without any chanchal. So that says their unity, united together, Lakshmi and Narayan, Radha Krishna, and Prasita Ram. Right when Ramachandra wanted to go to forest, what did Sita Mataji said? No, I will come with you. I will come with you. He said, Ram says, no, you're newly married, you came just now, you have been grown up as a prince. So what? Wherever husband is there, wife will be there. Wherever you're going, I come with you, my dear Ram. I will take all the pains, pleasures in your journey. That is what Lakshmi, that is what the other half of, better half you call whatever. So that is the combination of this Radha and Krishna. Krishna is internal potency, identity, pleasure potency of love. They separated themselves eternally, right? They are separated. So they separate themselves. Krishna has created with Radharani separately. Now, these two transcendental identities have again united. They're separated, again united. That's why if you have the deities at home, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu is as equivalent of having Radha Krishna at home. Why? Because they're united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And also, some of them is better to have Radha Krishna also, okay, but no, if you don't have, Gaunita deities are so merciful. When you have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, always you see that Radha Krishna present in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the combination. That is the purpose of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Internally, he came to feel the symptoms of Srimati Radharani in the form of golden avatar. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Though he is Krishna himself, he gave up his color from black to golden color because he wanted to feel the symptoms, how Srimati Radharani feels about it. That's why this conjugal love, loving affair of Srimati is considered to be the highest in the all four relationships what we have. That. So again, you may ask, how should I develop this love? We all have relationship with Krishna in the spiritual world. We have forgotten that relationship with Krishna. See, the root cause for suffering in this world is, Rupa Goswami says, avidya. Avidya, root cause for suffering. What is that avidya? We have forgotten our relationship with Krishna. Right? We have forgotten our relationship. That Jnanam avrutam. Our knowledge of relationship is covered by ajnana. Ajnana. Remove that ajnana, right? Cheto darpana marjanam. Our heart, our ajnana is like a mirror. All the dust is there. We cannot see the image in that dust. So we have to clean that image, which is as a dust, clean up. How to clean that? You take the fan, you take the cloth, and dust will be gone. And what is the dust we use with our tongue? Our tongue has a dust cleaner that our tongue can be used for the two purposes. One is tasting only Krishna Prasadam. Seven mukehi jivadao. Jivad is this tongue can be used for the two purposes. One is to only taste Krishna Prasadam. When you taste Krishna Prasadam, our senses becomes pacified. Sense becomes pacified. Senses become spiritualized when you use a spiritual food. That's the beauty of eating prasadam. Then also vibrate our tongue with the names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare. We are applying a soap. We are applying a soap. The name of soap is Hare Krishna to clean our heart, right? The way you clean your dust on the mirror. I think Krishna says three ways we can clean our heart, right? In the second chapter, the the fire covered by smoke, they can be removed, and mirror covered by dust, they can be removed. And embryo covered, child is covered by embryo, how we can use different ways, mode of passion, goodness, and ignorance, different capacities we can remove our dirt. That for all these things, only the solution is Mahamantra, name of Krishna. Nam Namakari Bhuda Nirvasarva Shakti Tatra Pija Nimita Smaranena Kala. Take the name of Krishna anywhere, everywhere, all the time. You have a problem? Take the name of Krishna. You're happy? Take the name of Krishna. You're depressed? Take the name of Krishna. You're elated? Take the name of Krishna. You're not in good mood? Take the name of Krishna. You're in good mood? Take the name. Solution is name of Krishna. That is the substitute. That is the medicine for the Kali Yuga, for the diseased. We are all in the diseased condition Kali Yuga. We are all diseased, but we don't accept we are diseased. Problem is we don't accept that. Accept the fact that I am diseased, I have to take medication. If you go to a sick person, if you say you're sick, they feel so bad. Do I really sick? Do I really? The psychological feeling. Okay, we have the same problem. Somebody comes, you're not devotee. No, I'm a devotee. I'm a devotee. But if you're devotee, where's the symptoms of devotees? Act like a devotee, behave like a devotee. Chant like a devotee. Even if you are not in a good mood, chant it. Oh, I don't feel like chanting. When you get that idea, immediately start chanting. All your negative thoughts are gone. The only solution is name of Krishna. That is what Prabhupada is explaining here, that, we have such a beautiful um, environment here to inculcate the bhakti process, and only our desire has to be there to serve Krishna. Nothing else, nothing else. We may have a rich, this, that. Who is the rich? Krupana, Prabhupada writes, who is the rich and poor? Who has Krishna is a rich person. Who is Krupana? Who is poor person who doesn't have Krishna? We have all the billionaires, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos. The only problem they have is they don't have the sense control. They don't have the sense control. Sense control is the root cause for all the suffering in this world, sense enjoyment. Actually, when you engage your senses, you don't feel happy. When you try to control your senses, only engage for the Supreme Lord Krishna, then you get the maximum happiness. That is what we have derived. It's not that. What is Prahlad Maharaj says that Adanta go beer. The moment you start enjoying, you feel like enjoying more and more and more, you will be finished with this enjoyment in the material world. But when you have sense control and controlled environment, we engage our senses with Supreme Lord. Rishikeshena, Rishikesha Sevanam, Bhakti Ruchate. Rishikesha is the master of senses, is Krishna. When you use our senses for his satisfaction, and our senses automatically get satisfied. You don't have to go for any vacation. Hawaii 2 weeks, you got problem, same problem. Next, this time, let me change my trip to different place. Again, come back, same problem. The problems never go away. The way we deal with the problems has to be changed. That is the only solution is the spirituality. All the solution for material problems is spirituality. Spirituality covers everything. That is spiritually inclined towards serving the Supreme Lord, Vishnu Tattva. Then all our problems will be taken care of. You have nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. Even you make big promises, Krishna fulfills without your this. We have so many examples how Krishna takes care of his devotees, right? You don't have to be a rich person to be a devotee. It doesn't cost any money for the being a devotee. Only our desire, our inclination to serve Krishna, our mood to serve Krishna, that has to be there. So, Prabhupada writes, what is that? Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Prabhupada giving a class in 1971 in Bhaktivedanta manner on the Radhastami day. Everybody was gathered to hear from Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, today I don't have much time. I'll give only one word to everyone. That word is everybody should try for Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. What does it mean? It means that we all try to satisfy Krishna end of the day. My actions are satisfying Krishna. My behavior is satisfying Krishna. My thought process is satisfying Krishna. My way of dealing with others satisfying Krishna. Everywhere, as Gauranga Darshan Prabhu said other day, right? What is that? I forgot the topic of that one. Love everyone unconditionally. So that's how philosophy would be. That is what Mahaprabhu came. He gave Harinam without any background, without any reservations. But we should accept it. Though we are not qualified, they gave it to us. What is the mercy Prabhupada gave? Though we are not qualified, we have been given this process. It's up to you whether you wanted to live up to the expectations of that or not. That's in your hands. Okay, dear devotees, I would like to stop here and thank you for the opportunity and pardon me for any mistakes. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Anybody would
Krishna
like
Prabhu.
to add some more points which I might have missed, or anybody questions, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I think very good lecture, very nice thoughts that you've shared today on the continuous chanting and the bhakti and the name, the Mahamantra Japa, right? Where we can kind of get out of our miseries based on how much chanting we do. The only thing again on chanting, I have questions, Prabhu, is the chantings, right? I mean, our mind is still conditioned to say, okay, I can't chant if I have not I have not taken a bath, I have not, kind of, sit for a while today, or some of those kind of restrictions that we put on ourselves. So how to get out of that and, get into that
Hmm.
continuous mode of chanting?
Yeah, that's true, Mata, because we have been taught that way since childhood. Nothing wrong being a clean, nothing wrong in taking shower and taking nothing wrong. But we also see the what is the feasibility for that one. For example, there are except certain conditions, all the time we can chant name of Krishna. See, Nam Namakari Bauda Nijasarva Shakti Tatrapita Niyamita Smaranena Kala. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, name of all the energies are in the name of Krishna. Put efforts to chant his name 24 hours. There is no rules and conditions for the name of Krishna. For your own mental satisfaction, or you want to feel nothing wrong in being clean all the time and taking the name of Krishna. But as such, there are no rules and regulations. Mahaprabhu himself said that one. So what we should do is that, Pantaji, one thing I tell you, all the time the name of Krishna, if you are not doing anything, Hare Krishna, Hare
Mm-hmm.
Krishna. Don't say I went to restroom and as women have a menstrual period 5 days. Nothing belongs here, Mataji.
Mm-hmm.
Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Does Yamaraj say, "Oh, she is in the menstrual cycle, I should not take her life"? Yamaraj doesn't think that, right, Mataji?
Right, right,
And
Prabhu,
you go to
right.
the restroom में भी आप मर जाएगा, मालूम नहीं क्या होता है restroom में.
Right.
When the Yamadus are allowed in restroom, why not Krishna allowed in the restroom?
See, that's what I was even saying, Prabhu. So some people, you meet some devotees. I'm not like trying to say that they have wrong ideas, but you meet people, right? And in within this community also of devotees, and then somebody will say, oh, this is not what you should do. If you have period, you can't come to
No.
service. And
Yeah,
if you should
that
not take the name chanting, or you should not think about Krishna when you are in a restroom. So that is very difficult to do, and that's what
o-
always been a struggle, right?
only you don't do deity service. That is okay. You don't touch the deities. But taking the name of Krishna, nobody can prevent you. Chanting can be done happily without any hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing is, when you're cooking for deities, 3, 4 days just maintain because of uncleanliness. That's all. But other than that, taking the name of Krishna, no restrictions and no conditions.
Right, sure. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, I just wanted
24
to kind
hours.
of get into that mode, like how we come out of all these restrictions, because until we do, we won't be able to, chant it freely, is what I feel.
You can
Hare
you have
Krishna.
every right to chant every second.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, nice lecture, Prabhu. Nice hearing everything. I just want to add something here. So when we constantly keep chanting, right, Hare Krishna mantra, so after a while, when you get practice with that, without our efforts, the chanting comes from your heart, without
Absolutely.
your effort. So there's
Absolutely.
no stopping, nothing happening, right? Every
Yeah.
time, like you get up, everywhere you chanting. So that's the beauty of chanting, that the mind accepts it and it just go on with that. And the other thing, like deity worship, people are not allowed to do certain things is just to maintain some
Cleanliness.
procedure, shastras, and respect to the
That's
shastras and ityasas, right?
that's
At the
all.
same time, like when you have a small child, we don't go with the dirty hands, right? We always clean our.
Yeah.
So we are taking so care at the bodily, at the local level, at the worldly level. At the deity level, we should be little more
Okay.
cautious. That's
That's right.
why these rules and regulations that all need to be followed.
Yeah.
So same thing like when you go to a hospital, like the surgeons, like they have to wear certain kind of
Right.
uh, cloths to maintain some hygiene, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what I thought of sharing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And also your consciousness also doesn't, oh, I'm dirty, I don't want to go. You yourself try to be
Feel
aware,
like
but
correct.
chanting can be done 24/7.
Anytime. Yes, yes, correct. So by practice, Prabhu, by practice, when you do chanting like 16 rounds every day, so you don't have any kind. It will comes by automatically. Everywhere you go, it comes by automatically.
That if you are doing, you are really Mahatma Prabhuji,
Yeah, yeah. I'm
because
trying, Prabhu.
when
We are
I'm
all trying.
working,
It's all
you see, again, I wanted to uh, put respect to you. If you are in that mood, that's really great. That is what we wanted.
yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah. Is that clear, Mataji, Shivani Mataji?
Yes, yes, Prabhu, yes.
You
Yeah. So
have
it's
a
something.
right to take the name of Krishna 24/7, whatever condition you are.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. So that is what somebody told me that, oh, no, no, restroom you should avoid, you should
No,
not keep your mind there. And I was wondering how can we do that? Like, because if we are into that continuous mode of chanting, then we can't avoid that, right?
okay, I mean, for example, I'm in the hospital. I'm in abominable condition. I did not take shower for 1 week. All the blood is here and there. Am I not allowed to take the name of Krishna? I'm dying now.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. So it's very difficult to abide by these things, but deity worship and all, as you guys, as you Prabhuji
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can understand that part
yeah,
because you yourself don't feel like that, right? So
yeah,
you will
exactly,
want to stay away for a while
exactly.
in those kind of situations. But again, chanting is something which is very, very inside of you, which won't
Yes.
go with any thought.
Krishna there in your heart, the Paramatma is sitting there. Does he is not feeling disgusted when you are not clean, but he's there
Yeah,
still with you as a Paramatma.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for that explanation.
Prabhuji, one more thought is like Prabhu, the 16 rounds is something like Gurudev has gave. as a formality to make it more advanced, right? The main purpose is here to always be with God each and every second.
Krishna said,
That's the
Satatam
reason.
Kirtayanto Mam. He said, always chant. Prabhupada, after causal his mercy, he said 16 rounds. Gaudiya Vaishnavas chant 32 rounds. But Krishna says, Kirtaniya Sadahari. There's no stop for chanting. Srinivas, can you show your picture? I'm not able to imagine who you are. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Srinivas. Srinivas Shakel, yeah? Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Anybody else has anything to share here, dear devotees?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, wonderful class. Only I wanted to mention, we were talking about that slok regarding the fire covered by the smoke.
Yes.
It is 338. I found out from the
Thank you, Mataji.
Gita.
Yeah, I
Chapter
know.
338 slok.
338, correct. The fire covered by smoke,
Yeah.
dust covered, mirror covered by
Mirror
dust,
is covered by dust,
and
and the
embryo,
embryo is
child covered
covered
by
by
embryo.
the.
Right. And that is covered by the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance.
And they also explained that the human being with the smoke, the animals are with the mirror,
Right.
and the embryo is with the trees.
Yes.
They
So,
also give analogy with that.
for example, somebody coming to ISKCON for 20 years, they don't chant single round. That is covered with the embryo, the child covered by embryo. And somebody comes to ISKCON, next day they start chanting. That is covered like, fire covered by smoke. Somebody takes 2-3 years to start chanting. That is compared with the mirror covered by dust, something like that. So and also there are different conscious levels. Actually, this separate class I can talk. Achadita Svetana, Mukasita Svetana, Purna Vikasita Chetana. They're different, blossomed consciousness. They take very easily bhakti. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes different consciousnesses on that one also. Purna Vikasita Chetana, a pure devotee of the Lord, Kirtaniyas are always 24 business. For him, there is no material world, material life, spiritual. Everything is spiritual. My work is also spiritual. Right? So that's the mode is. Absolutely.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Okay, dear devotees, 806. Anybody else has any reflections?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tanda Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very nice point to discuss. So, as usual, always you have very good points. But it was wonderful discussion and wonderful class. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your comments, Mother. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, if nobody has any reflections, I think probably we can conclude today's session. And we all know Janmashtami is coming. Okay. And yeah, anyway. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Kripasindhuyeva
Patitanam
Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namah.
Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Wonderful
Krishna.
class. Thank you,
Hare
Haribo.
Krishna.
Everyone. Hare Krishna. Hare Bo.